What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? DeAndre himself, DeAndre Smith, that is, aka Mr. Too Swole. Hey, the topic of today's video is going to be being forced into greatness from the Most High. Being forced out of my comfort zone into greatness by the Most High. Let me tell you this story. So, at this point in time in my life, you know what I'm saying, I was working at Old Times Country Buffet in the beautiful city of Valdosta, Georgia. You know, I rep my city to the fullest. So I'm working at Old Times Country Buffet. At this time in my life, I'm getting ready, my second marriage, but I'm getting married to my wife. You know what I mean? I was getting married to my beautiful wife. Shout out to my wife. You know, and I hadn't got out the streets. You know what I'm saying? So I was in that transition in life. You know what I'm saying? Well, I was just looking for greatness. That's all. But I was working that job, you know, as a bartender, you know, not no bar drinking. I was serving food. I was, you know, serving food at the bar. So I had this young lady. Well, she was an older lady. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to put her name out, but if you know, you know. You see what I'm saying? But this lady, I went to her, you know, and I asked her, I say, at this point, because child support was taking so much, you know what I'm talking about? That job just wasn't cutting it. It wasn't cutting it. So I went up to her and I asked her, I say, I ain't gonna call her name, so I'm gonna just say Suzanne. Suzanne, do you mind, you know what I'm saying, if you could give me a set schedule? You know what I'm saying? I asked her to give me a set schedule. You know, because she'll have you day, night, day, just flipping it around, which was no problem. But at this time, like I say, child support was taking so much. You know what I'm talking about? That job wasn't cutting it. I couldn't take care of home off of that. You see what I'm saying? So, you know me, I'm willing to work 2 and 3 jobs, which I have. You feel me? So I stepped to her and I asked her, you know what I'm talking about? And she say, I say, well, and I showed her a check stub. I say, this is what they taking, you know, and I got a family. You know what I'm saying? I got to take care of. You know what I'm talking about? So this lady looked me dead in my face. She looked me dead in my face and say, baby, do what you got to do. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not altering my schedule to help you. You know what I mean? And man, when I say that was some of that was pain. You understand me? All you had to do, I'm a great worker, I'm on time, I come to work, you know what I'm saying? I give all of the above. You see what I'm talking about? So I'm lost, I'm hurt. I'm not gonna lie to you, because all you got to do, which you have the power to do, and it wasn't gonna hurt you, because you had certain people that you did it for, but she couldn't do it for me. So let me tell you, in that story right there, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to figure out, well, why you can't do it for me, but you're, you know, doing it for others. But I didn't say anything to her about it. You know what I'm talking about? Like I say, I was in the church, you know what I'm saying? So I knew how to hit them knees and pray about that thing. So then I get to the Most High. He say, look here, I'm going to tell you something. You know what I'm saying? Excuses is like buttholes. Everybody got one. You know what I'm saying? That's what my mind told me. But I take it that it's coming from the Most High. You know what I'm saying? Because it wasn't bad, it was just positive. But it's like this right here. So either you going to let her tell you what you can and can't do, or you going to step out here on faith and do what you got to do. You understand me? So that's how at that time, you know what I'm saying, Heaven's Lawn Care came about. If you Google my name, DeAndre Smith, you can see Heaven's Lawn Care will pop up. I was the owner of Heaven's Lawn Care. You know what I'm talking about? So I'm sitting there and I'm thinking like, man, you know what I'm saying? I can't just quit the job because I need an income coming in. I still got to pay that child support, and I still got to make a way for my family. So then my creative side kicked in. If you know me, I'm very creative. You understand me? Very creative. So then my creative side kicked in. What are you going to do? How are you going to solve this problem? So then I began to pray. You know what I'm talking about? So the Most High put in my spirit. He put in my spirit. He say, look, what you always been doing, what you been taught. You know what I'm saying? My uncle, you know what I'm saying, taught me years ago how to cut yards. You know what I'm talking about? And when I do something, I'm very passionate about what I do. So that's what I had to lean on. You know what I'm talking about? So I said, I could go out there and I could start cutting yards. But remind you, I had no equipment, nothing whatsoever to start this. I just had the thought and the idea. So I said, okay. So God bless my grandma's soul. You know what I'm saying? I asked her. She had a lawnmower. Okay. She had a push mower. She had a push mower and I had a car. You see what I'm talking about? So I asked my grandmother, could I use her push mower? She said, yes, baby, I could. You know what I'm saying? Grandma down for whatever is positive. I'm trying to do better. You know what I'm talking about? Grandma was down for it. So grandma said, yes, you can get the lawnmower. You can use it. Okay, so I got the lawnmower. You know what I'm talking about? I went out, it's a store named Western Auto. You know what I'm talking about? And I had a credit account with them. So I went to that store and I got me a weed eater. I knew I couldn't pay for the blower and all that. So what I did, I put the weed eater. I had a push mower and I got the weed eater. You see what I'm saying? And then I went to my grandfather. I went and hollered at my grandfather because he had, little lawn equipment sitting around. So I said, hey, I went and hollered at my granddaddy, hey, granddaddy, I need a blower. You know what I'm saying? I told him my plans or whatnot. He was kind of, but hey, I had to do what I had to do. So then, my granddaddy let me use the blower, which was a electric plug-up blower. But hey, I had a push mower, I had a weed eater, and a blower. So that's enough to get the job going. It ain't what I want, but it's what I need at the moment. The Most High provided me with everything that I needed. He put the right people in place, which was my grandmother and my grandfather. You know what I'm talking about? I had that Crown Vic at the time. Everybody know about that red Crown Vic if you're from the city. You know what I'm talking about? So I had a Crown Vic at that time. And then I had speakers in the back. So I had so many speakers in the back, I had no room to put, you know what I'm saying, I had no room to put the stuff. So I asked my mother, you know what I'm saying, hey, can I use your car? I used it for about 2 jobs. You see what I'm saying? About 2 jobs. Let me show you how the good Most High come in and work for you. So I used her car for about 2 jobs. I loaded everything up in the back. You know what I'm saying? Of course I got looked at crazy. You know what I'm talking about? But see, sometimes in life you got to understand. You got to put that pride to the side. You know what I'm talking about? And do what you got to do. See, the Most High want to see how dedicated you are to getting this job done. Are you going to worry about what people say about you? Or are you going to do what needs to be done? You know what I'm talking about? So anyway, I used my mother's car. All right, you can't mess that up too much. So I got the 2 jobs, which was easy to find. You know what I'm talking about? You go and knock on the door. I wasn't scared to go knock on some doors. I went and knocked on doors and I knocked on doors. You know what I'm talking about? But people gave me a job, which was my wife's grandmother. I think that was the first yard I actually cut. My wife's grandmother. And look here, y'all. I'm trying to tell you, that's about 3 acres out there. You understand me? Listen at me. About 3 acres I cut with a push mower because I was dedicated. You understand me? I charged her $70 for that yard. You hear me? $70 to cut 3 acres with a push mower. It took me, 2 days? About 2 days to get it cut. All day the first day and by half the second day. But guess what? I was out there just a pushing. I was a pusher because I knew I had $70 on the way. And that $70 was going to go to what I needed. So I say, you know what I'm saying? My drive and determination and what I had to do, you know what I'm saying, came forth. So then, if I got her, it's like the Most High say, okay, you dedicated, you ready, you gonna do something. You know what I'm talking about? So I seen, well, I can make a little money. You know what I'm talking about? I say, okay, if I was able to get that one, you know what I'm saying, 3 acres, $70, which I lowballed myself, but I had to get in there. I had to get going. You understand me? So then I began to think, I'm gonna step out on this faith and do what I gotta do. You know what I'm talking about? Or I'm gonna sit here and worry about what everybody else think about me. So then I come to the conclusion. I say, all right, well, if I can do this, you know what I'm talking about? I got that job this easy. I had another job behind it. You know what I'm talking about? It wasn't nothing but a little $35 job. But I I start to do the math. If I can put this many jobs together, you know what I'm saying? Man, look, at that moment, I was just getting out there. So you're lowballing yourself. So it was $35 and $40. But I was cutting. You understand me? I was working harder than usual. You understand me? Until I learned in the game. You feel me? We're going to get there. But anyway, I went to my uncle. I said, okay, you can't wear your mama car out. You know what I'm saying? You can't dirty it up with all that grass and stuff. So my uncle had a truck. I had the Crown Vic. I said, okay, I'll let you use my car if you let me use your truck. You hear me? He said, all right. So I said, okay. And he had a trailer. You know what I'm talking about? So I went down to Western Auto and I went and got me a 0 turn. You hear me? And I did this off of faith. Because remember, child support was taking, doggone, almost 75% of the check. And remember now, it's a restaurant, so I'm not making big money. You understand me? But I was moving in faith. So I went down there and I got me that riding lawnmower. That zero turn. Prolin. You know what I'm saying? Lawnmower. It was a zero turn, but man, I was so proud of that zero turn. All right, so my uncle let me use his truck. He let me use his trailer. I had the lawnmower. I had a blower and I had a weed eater. And man, look here. I went to work. I went to knocking doors, and knocking on doors. And then the phone calls began to start. You understand me? So I'm working. So however the young lady set my schedule, you know what I'm saying? She had me working during the day. When I get off at 2 o'clock, I'm going to go cut. If she had me working at night, I'm going to just get up that morning and I'm going to go cut. So I had to do my schedule. You know what I'm saying? I had to do my schedule a certain type of way. But guess what? The Most High made it work. It wasn't no such thing as, oh, I'm tired. You hear me? Because I'm telling you, when you got a job that need to be done, so you got to get taken care of. You understand me? You ain't worried about being tired. Yes, it was some sleepless days. But guess what? I was making a little more money. You hear me? And then them jobs began to roll in. Bigger, better. You know what I'm talking about? They began to roll in. Now my clientele is getting nice. You know what I'm talking about? Now I'm getting to make some money. You understand me? All right, so it wasn't no big money, but it was enough. It was taking care of what I needed to be taken care of. You understand me? Look now, it was taking care of what I needed to be taken care of. So I continued to work. I continued to grind. And then my vision got bigger. My purpose, you know what I'm saying? Ooh, it got bigger. You understand me? Because I moved out on faith. But at this time, man, I ain't had no business license. So now, at this point, I see how I'm rolling. I see how I'm going. So I say, hey, I'm going to go down there and get me some business license. So here go test number 2. You hear me? Remember, test number 1 was she told me she couldn't work with me. So I had to find a way. You understand me? So test number 2 come along. Here go test number 2. God knows I love my mother from the bottom of my heart. Mama, I love you. Salute to you. You understand me? But at the same time, I went to my mother and I told her, I said, hey, I'm going to go down here and I'm going to get the business license. Because, you know, my beautiful wife was pouring into me. God put my wife in my life for a reason. You understand me? She saw the brokenness, but also she saw the goodness in this man. You understand me? She saw it. So she wasn't judging because of my past. You understand me? She let me know, hey, you can do all things through Christ who strengthens you. I mean, just pouring into me. And we as men, when we're broken, we need that. You know what I'm saying? We need that motivation. We need that love. You know what I'm talking about? We need somebody to believe in us. You feel me? So my wife telling me, you can do it. You can do it. Go and get your business license. So I said, all right, that's what I'm going to do because I see where I'm going. You understand me? So I go, and of course, me and my mama was so tight. So I say, Mom, I'm going down there and I'm going to get my business license. Truth is the truth. My mama said, no, I wouldn't do that. You know what I'm talking about? You ain't got enough business. The IRS gonna take this. They don't do this. They don't do that. I got all of the above, but remind you, my mama didn't run a business. My father, my stepdad, he did run a trucking company. But I'm gonna tell you, just cause he tried it, he didn't like the outcome. Didn't mean the same thing was gonna work for me. Because if he would have stayed in it, I'm trying to tell you, the Most High would have did the same identical thing and pushed him forward. You understand me? They let trials and tribulations stop that. So I say, nah. My mama told me, don't do it. You know what I'm talking about? So that was remember now, this is the most inspiring woman I got in my life. You know, I had, you know what I'm saying? The Lord done blessed me with my wife, but my mama been the one. She was the one that was there. So, you know, I'm kind of like, oh. So when she told me that, it kind of broken me. It broken my spirit. You understand me? Because I thought you would be for me. I thought you would tell me, yes, baby, go strive. You can do it. But it wasn't like that, y'all. But I'm trying to tell you, I hung in there. The Most High put my wife there to motivate and push. You know what I'm talking about? So then I'm like, man, what am I going to do? But I went down there and I got the license anyway. You understand me? Now, don't get me wrong. Was business easy? No, sir. Did I go through hell and hot water? Yes, sir. Was I tested? Yes, sir. You understand me? Yes, sir. I'm going to tell you that from the jump. But I'm going to tell you, it got greater in the end. So anyway, My wife kept pouring into me. She kept building me up. She kept telling me you could do anything you want. You put your trust in. The song say, if you just get a little weary, lean on me. He said he wouldn't let me fall if I lean on him. And my wife reminded me of that. So I say, God, I'm going to lean on you. And I'm going to step out here in this faith. In a world I know nothing about. You understand me? But I'm going to continue to move. I'm going to strive. I'm going to do it. And that lady my wife just pouring. She pouring. And the more she poured, the bigger I got. Hey, the more my mind, the strength where I had been torn down, my mental began to get strong. So I looked at it. I say, man, look here. I worked at Sonic Drive-In. I worked my way from the bottom to the top to a GM. So I took everything, and I was a manager at Dick's Wings. You understand me? Not to mention all the other companies I worked for throughout time. So, y'all bear with me. Bear with me. So not to mention all the other companies I worked for throughout time. So you working for these people, you are learning. So I was a manager for Dick's Wings, and then I became a manager to the GM. You understand me? So I knew how to market. You understand me? I knew how to market because I did it at this restaurant. Okay, I knew how to manage the money because I did it at this restaurant. You understand me? So I just took what I learned there, and then I put it into what I was doing for me and my family. You understand me? So lo and behold, I got the license and I got the rolling. You hear me? Now it wasn't fast, but it was coming. Hey, I'm telling you, any progress is better than no progress. But I was thankful because these jobs, after a while, they started to roll. They started to come. You know what I'm saying? The more I'm in the business, the more I started to learn. You hear me? I didn't let what somebody else said stop me because I could have easily said, no, I ain't gonna do it. My mama said, don't do it. They gonna charge you this. They gonna charge you that. And what she was saying, they did not do. It was not true. You understand me? It was not true. But I didn't learn that until I stepped in for myself. That's what I'm saying. So then what I'm trying to tell y'all is God will push you. You understand? He will put you in situations in life. You hear me? I ain't making that much money on this job, but then I had a family I had to take care of. You hear me? Don't think I didn't hit bumps in the road. Don't think I didn't lose certain things. You understand me? But I kept striving. You hear me? I kept striving. You hear me? Y'all ain't hearing me. I kept striving. The more I went, the more I learned. You understand me? But at one time, it got so overwhelming to me. Business got so overwhelming. I messed around. I didn't have any insurance. So I got sick with kidney stones. Something that is nothing to some people. But I had kidney stone 3 the size of a quarter with no insurance. You hear me? So these people, I went into the hospital. And it was only me working this business. So I goes into the hospital. I end up staying into the hospital 7 days. You understand me? 7 days. So you'll be amazed the customers, because people don't want to hear what you're going through. You hear me? They wanted that grass cut. So I went into the hospital for 7 days. You understand me? 7 days cost a small business a big deal. Customers I lost in 7 days. Because after those 7 days out the hospital, I still couldn't jump right back into work. These people put a stent in me. After they took the kidney stones out, they put a stent in me. You hear me? And that stent caused more hell. You hear me? It caused more hell than a little bit. You hear me? Because they put this stent in me, and then I didn't have insurance, so I couldn't afford for them to take it out of me. So it was causing problems downstairs. You understand me? It was causing big problems downstairs. And then at that point, I was getting bigger because I was no longer in the streets. So I was getting bigger. And then they began to tell me, if you don't get it taken out of you, it could paralyze you. You understand me? It could paralyze you. So then I had to step out. I say, man, look, I done lost a little bit in this struggle right here. You know what I'm talking about? So I got tired. I got weary. Hey, I got weary. You understand me? So I gave up the business. And I went to another job. And then at this job I went to, let me tell you how you get tested in life. You hear me? I went down there to the chicken plant. And look here, Lord have mercy. Even with the child support, I was making money. You hear me? Big money I never made before. You hear me? At one job, all it cost me was some time. They wanted 40 hours a week, but you know if you're working at this chicken plant, you're going to work 60, guaranteed. You understand me? Every week. You're going to do 60 hours. But the man that is in me, hey, come on somebody, the man that gives the spirit in me, I never made this type of money before. No job. You hear me? One job took care of everything. You hear me? So look. Lo and behold, I was able to get that stint taken out of me. I got that stint taken out of me, and I was comfortable at this job because why? I was making money. You hear me? I was able to pay the child support. I was able to pay all my bills. You understand me? And I got comfortable. But then God, he began to show me something. He said, look here, you are a leader. You understand me? I got something else for you. I don't want you working in these jobs. I want you out of there. You understand me? And then after you've been on your own and you don't work, you know what I'm saying, your own thing, you understand and you see things differently. If they paying me this type of money, what are they making? Ooh, that's what my mindset was, y'all. If they able to pay me this type of money, what are they making off of me? So then I began to get back into the business thing. I began to go back to the drawing board. And then I say, okay, well, if I cut 4 yards a day, $50 a yard, you know what I'm talking about? If I cut 4 yards a day, $50 a yard, y'all do the math. All right, you ready for this? 4 yards. If you got $50, that's one, that's 50. Do that right there, that's two. You know what I'm saying? That's a harm. Okay. You do that right there, what that is? That 150. You do this right here, that's just 4 yards right there. What that is? $200. So if I did 4 yards a day, $200 a day. You got what? 7 days in a week. I was willing to work the 7 days, but then I was also reminded you have to have time for your family. So I said, okay, well I can do 6 days a week. That's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, $1,200. Oh my God. That's the thing. And I'm sitting on this job and I'm looking. And I say, oh my God, I can do that. All I got to do is cut 4 yards a day. You understand me? I got to the drawing board and I was looking, and then I'm beginning to think, oh man, that's more money than I'm making on this job that's paying me. You know what I'm talking about? And I was like, ooh. So now I got that itch again. I had some of the equipment, you understand me? So then I went back into the business, which was First Choice Cleanup. Google my name, DeAndre Smith, and you will see that too. First Choice Cleanup, you hear me? So what First Choice Cleanup did, we did lawn maintenance. You understand me? We did the lawn maintenance. We did pressure washing. We did mobile detailing. But lo and behold, I'm going to tell you, I still went through some trials and tribulations. But them trials and tribulations were worth it. You understand me? God pushed me. He showed me, son, if you lean on me, I promise I won't let you fall. Now, don't get me wrong. You're going to lose a little bit here and there. But what you lose, it's going to be okay. Because I guarantee you, he going to give everything back 100-fold. You understand me? He going to bless you 100-fold. Then I begin to realize, hey, I did this business for my family. Now I want to focus on what I really want to do. Well, DeAndre, what you really want to do? I want to speak. I'm a speaker. You understand me? I didn't say a preacher. I said I'm a speaker. I can tell stories. I'm good at that. That's a talent the Most High gave me. Because see, I could get out there. We could get to drinking and whatnot. In them heydays, I was drinking and going crazy. You understand me? And I could control a crowd with my mouthpiece. You understand me? So I realized, all right, if I use this tongue that the Most High gave me, you understand me? that he blessed me with if I use it for the right thing. You say, DeAndre, well, what is the right thing? What I'm doing right now. Speaking to you all, you understand me? I say, Lord, I don't want to be in the church. I don't want to be in that setting. I know it ain't what I want, but God, you know I did that. You understand me? God, I want to pour into your people. I don't want to go and act like I'm so saved, sanctified, and I'm just too seasoned. You understand me? I don't make mistakes. I want to be real with your people. I want to tell them how good you are, Father. He said, well, go ahead. I said, well, how? You know what I'm saying? I'm over here in the beautiful city of Texas. He say, look, you on that phone every day. Listen to that. He say, you on that phone every day. You on Facebook every day. I could post a little bit of this, a little bit of that, and people listen. I get feedback. You understand me? If it ain't but 3, 4, 5, if I get a feedback, you understand me? That means I touch somebody. So he say, begin to record these videos. Speak. You understand me? So now I'm stepping on faith. I record these videos and I speak to you all. Why? Because there's people out there. See, I'm at a certain group of people. I'm at the people that been broken. I'm at the people, you know, we ain't putting our life on other people, our mistakes on other people. We ain't taking accountability for it, but we being judged for what we have done. You understand me? So I realized throughout time, he said, you got to leave out the city. You got to get away from these people. You got to go somewhere where I could flourish in you. You understand me? You got to get somewhere. You know what I'm saying? It's a certain energy and thoughts that they got of you. You got to get away from. And look here, I'm here today. God knows y'all watch and see where I be in 6 months. With this speaking, you understand me? Just watch by the Most High. Just watch these videos. Where I will be in 6 months because I'm faithful. I'm obedient to what he told me. I get out here. It's something to get out here and speak to y'all. It is something. But look here. I want to tell you now. Just listen at the Most High. When he say move, he sometimes when you doing something different from the normal, it's going to be, I'm telling you, it's going to feel strange. It's going to feel weird. Why? Because you are out of your normal. Step out of your normal. You understand me? What I say on TikTok, stepping outside the box. Because I'm no longer in the box. Hey, listen at me. Listen at me. I'm no longer in the box. I'm outside of the box. And I'm going to move and watch it. But I'm going to tell you, just because you're serving him, don't mean, just because you're serving him, don't mean you ain't going to go through. Because when you out there moving on faith, you understand me? You also got the enemy. You know what I'm talking about? He know what you're trying to do. He know where you going. He don't want you to get that. So look here, I get hit more. Pop, pop, pop. But guess what? I'm covered in the armor of the Most High. So them things that used to break me, it won't break me. They say when new levels, you got new devils. Somebody understand me here now. He will push you into greatness. And it ain't going to be comfortable. Why? Because it's not the normal. Somebody feel me now. I love y'all, man. Y'all feel free. Feel free to comment however you feel. And always remember, I'm not down on my people. I'm just telling my story. And I'm not going to fake it. I love y'all. Be blessed.